Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman, illustrations by Gretchen. There's Gretchen's last name. That way, if you want to find any of these creators, you see how they spell their names, and you can support them or get stuff from them if you so like to. Okay. Sagittarius. I'm not surprised. But you do well with that. Or you got the Workaholic card coming out, yet I don't think it holds Sagittarius down. It holds some other signs down. You might do see, you're going to do well with it. I'm not really surprised. But even when it seems like you're looking at it like, oh God, you still seem to make good on that one. I don't know, we'll see. Let's get there. Let's just get there. Starting off, Seven of Pentacles, right? Yep, Seven of Pentacles and the Lover's card. So, I'll say this when this card usually comes up. Doesn't have to be a love interest, but it could. You have to decide for yourself if this fits as we keep going. But it's usually a passing the test or connecting with somebody that really... it's very unconditional love connection. Might be a parent or a child or a friend or a coworker that you just they get you, you get them, and you just feel like they have my best interests at heart, I have their best interest at heart. It's that type of feeling. Yes, it could be romantic, but a lot of times, especially with general reads, it's talking about that type of connection where, I trust them, they trust me, I look out for them, they look out for me, we're on the same level. Good, we're good with each other. Now, the Seven of Pentacles with this energy, whoever this is, the first thing I'm showing is the environment. The Faith with the mysticism. Now, mysticism sometimes can mean you just don't know what's going on over there. It doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just kind of something's not making sense. But you're hoping that things are going well for them. They seem to be making changes, whoever this person is. You're just not really sure what they're doing. When that's going on, there's not really, even if you are asking point blank questions, you don't really feel like you're getting actual answers. And it also seems to dip into that whole energy of, I don't know if they can give me an actual answer. It's almost like when you ask somebody a work question, like what's going on with them at work, or are they going to be traveling for work, and they literally don't know. There's some things coming up. They haven't told me if I'm going to be a part of it or not. I don't know if I want to be a part of it or not. I don't know. I don't have an answer. And you're like, okay, that's the mysticism. They might not have an answer. That's how you're looking at it. I don't think they actually have one. It's not like they're trying to keep something from you. That's the mysticism too. You don't really think they're trying to keep anything from you. You're thinking they just don't have an answer right now. Dissipating is kind of you're not really sure how much of a concern it is. It's almost kind of I guess it'll work itself out if it happens. Maybe it's not going to be a problem. I don't really know. But I guess it'll work itself out when it works itself out. So I feel like you're not really worried about where it goes next. But it seems to be whatever this is with this person. It's the connection with this person, and it's something they're dealing with. They don't really know where they're going. You're questioning where they're going. But at the same time, you're I guess it'll shake itself out either way. Whatever happens, it'll shake itself out. But the thing is, something is coming to the forefront here. It's almost like the universe is saying, here's something for you to pay attention to. This is a little bit down, I'm noticing. This person that you're connected with, that you feel really good with, it's in relation to them. So if you're asking somebody about for example, maybe if it's the love interest and it's your partner, are you going to have to travel in the next 3 months? Do you know? I don't know. Can you get this time off in the next 3 months? I don't know. Things are going on. I'm not really sure. I feel like they're trying to get answers. You seem to inspire them to try to get answers. Kind of you ask them what's going to happen, and they're like, I don't know. But they want to know. You're highlighting to them actually they would like to know. So I feel like they're trying to find out. when they're doing this, trickery and enlightenment comes into their realm. It's not them towards you, it's like whatever is towards them. They're trying to get answers, but I'm getting like they're not really getting answers, but people are trying to make them feel like they are getting answers. The trickery with the enlightenment, it's like I'm trying to figure out if this is good or bad. It's like it doesn't feel like a lie. But you know when people like they give you just a couple little pieces of the puzzle and they let you think what you want to think. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going on here. Like this is happening, that's happening, and this is going to be happening. You draw your own conclusions, and they're just not going to stand in the way of that. It's not a lie, I get that, but it feels like the trickery. Now, the enlightenment, I think that's going to be more down the road. Because it's going to be kind of like there's a pattern with whoever's telling them this stuff. And they need to be more on point with that. They need to pay attention to who's telling them this stuff and realize that this person does that. They put out a couple facts, and then they simply let you think what you want to think, and they don't get in your way. Which, I don't know if I feel good about that. But anyway, when this comes towards you, if you're at this point in the situation, be careful about how you're seeing it. It's all about perception at this point. Because I'm getting they're talking to you, and when I'm getting the Four of Cups, like I feel like what they're finding out and how they think it's going to play out, it doesn't really look like it's going to go the way you want, or the way that they want even. It doesn't really seem like it's going to play out the most ideal way, but at the same time, they're communicating like, this is the information I found, so this is what I think is going to happen, this is what I'm planning for, this is what I was told, so it looks very likely that this is where it's going to go. It's all about perception. All about perception. Because I feel like you're kind of like, alright, I guess, like if you didn't want them traveling or you wanted certain time off and it's just not playing out the way you wanted it to, I feel like it's just about how you're receiving that information and kind of like, alright, let me figure out how this is going to go. Let me just make my own side work out. I'll plan it the best I can for me. I understand you got to do what's right for you. And the Four of Swords is kind of like just accepting it and kind of like, well, that's what you have to deal with, and then I just got to make decisions accordingly. You know this energy is trying to work with you, but this is how it's working out. The Knight of Cups shows up in this situation next. I think this is the person you're dealing with again. Something falls through. However they thought it was going to work out, like they're happy. It's like if they thought they were going to have to travel and they didn't really want to, they're not going to have to travel. Or if they thought they weren't going to get the time off because of this, that, and the other thing, that's not going to be the case. They're going to get the time off. Whatever it is, when I'm getting the Knight of Cups, it seems to be like how they originally wanted it to play out. It does play out that way. It didn't look like it for whatever reason, but it does play out that way. Complacency, and completion. The two C's. I feel like they were starting to plan for. They were just accepting it and planning for it and just trying to make the best of it. I feel like they might have a lot of wasted energy on their side, and I think that's what the complacency is. Kind of like they accepted what they thought was going to happen. Like if they thought they were going to travel, they were planning for it. They were putting things together and getting ready for it. If they thought they weren't going to get that time off, they moved things around and they were making the best of it. And they just, alright, then they might have canceled some plans or canceled some things. So I feel like the complacency is like they planned a little too far ahead thinking things were going to work out one way, and they actually worked out better than expected. But it's good, because I'm getting like the joy on your side is kind of like, that's okay. I still have things I can do with this, since that's how this is going to work out for you, the way we wanted to originally. I feel like you're kind of like, that's okay, I can make this work. That's all right, this is what we wanted. Don't worry, leave it up to me, I'll do something with this. And you got a whole bunch of ideas about, like as soon as that goes the way you wanted it to, you got a whole bunch of ideas about what you do about that. That seems to be fine. I also feel like you bring things around. You bring things right around. Whatever originally you wanted to happen, you're making it happen. Gratitude in the 7. Yep, 7 of Wands. The person you care about, they're very thankful. They're like, you pull it out, you pull it out. You pull it right out of the fire and you make it work. They're very grateful for that. And they're trying to support you in any way they can. If there's something they can do, they want to do that. You seem to be just putting it right together, however it needs to be put together. Like, okay, we're going to do this. This is how that's going to go. Let's do this, and that's going to go there, and this is going to be good. And that's how it goes. They're supporting you where they can, but I feel like they're kind of like really impressed. Like, wow, the Sagittarius pulled it right together. They're very thankful. This is the workaholic card with the Hierophant. Hierophant usually talks about Taurus energy. That's an earth sign. You're a fire sign. I know that. But this does work for you. I feel like you want to make more plans going forward. And it's kind of like whatever this person you care about is dealing with, it's not reliable. It's kind of like it's really hard to plan. It's really hard to plan. That's where the workaholic, that's where this comes in. I feel like what you're telling this person is, all right, let's try to make plans going forward. And I'll keep an eye on it. And I'll try to make it like, if we have to ditch out, it won't be that big a deal. If we can keep it, we'll do that. Like, but it's kind of like you have to keep on point. That's the workaholic on your side. Kind of like you're telling this person, we'll keep making plans, and then you'll just have to keep me in, like, let me know as soon as possible if we can lock it in or not lock it in. And I'll just keep my eye on it. And, we may lose out on a little here and there, but I feel like you're kind of like, don't stress about it. Just keep me informed. As soon as you know, I'll do whatever I need to do. We'll keep trying to make plans going forward. That's the Hierophant with the workaholic. The Hierophant is like, we're going to try to stick with the plan. We're going to do everything we can, and I'm going to do everything in my power. That's the workaholic as well, to make it work out. Just keep me informed, and I'll keep my eye open. If we have to cancel something, I'll try to do it my best to make sure we don't lose out on anything we don't have to lose out on. The person you're dealing with is really conflicted. They like it. With the abundance is the fact that anything that can work out, you're going to help them make it work out. The 3 of Swords is basically, they can't really, it's hard to plan. And I feel like they're feeling bad about that. Kind of like, this puts a lot of stress on you, it puts a lot of stress on them. They really want this to work out. Part of them kind of wants to give up. They're kind of like, this isn't fair to do to the Sagittarius. It's not fair to do to them. But you're kind of like, no, I want to do this. And I understand this is how it has to be. So don't worry about it. Just keep me in the loop and we'll do what we can with it. I'm getting like, they feel bad about it. The person you're dealing with feels bad about it, but sees the abundance at the same time. Whatever this is, as long as that component is around them, whatever they have to deal with, it's always going to be like this. I don't know how that helps, but I feel like they're just letting you know, just so you're aware of it. The Moon card with the insecurity is like, it just seems like this is going to be the norm. It just seems like it's going to be the norm. It seems like it's unpredictable, hard to plan things, lack of respect. Lack of respect, whoever this person is dealing with, the person you care about, whoever they're dealing with, I feel like there's a lack of respect there. I really do. Like, whoever they're dealing with doesn't seem to care what the person you're dealing with wants to plan or wants to enjoy. They don't seem to care. And I feel like that's the thing. That also might be like a really big heads up that maybe like whatever that situation is, it might be time to consider a change with that, but be very careful with that because the person you deal with might not be open to that. I do feel, again, there's lack of respect for the person you care about from whoever has this ability to change things. It really feels like a lack of respect. It really, really, really does. It's always going to be like that until that connection has changed. With the Moon card and insecurity, I feel like that might be a big thing you need to help this person see, that it's always going to be that way. And it may be an idea to just think about switching that out with something else, trying to find a better connection, somebody who respects them and won't give them such a hard time. That might be what this is all about. That might be what we're finally getting to. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.